Okay, good afternoon, everyone. We had little technical difficulties in the morning, and after Bante's talk, when he was finishing, I think we had a little problem. Mahan just finished working on it, and I think it is working now. And good afternoon, everyone. And now we have the Dhamma discussion. As we have been requesting questions from people. Sometimes they respond and sometimes they don't. But today we have two questions, almost another big list also I have in front of me. One of the question that we have here is one is performing an act with two intentions. One with good intention, and same action, there is a bad intention behind the action also. So that means you do something good, but intention is good and bad, both. For example, if you do something that is beneficial to the community, that is a very good thing. Helping other people, sharing knowledge, sharing whatever you have with the others, and even organizing and helping this kind of Dhamma discussions, Dhamma retreat is a very good thing. But if you have some intention, other intention behind it, besides the first intention, which is like to get some respect or attention or credit from the community or from the temple, you are doing something very good, but there's a selfish intention behind that. So any action that is performed with self-centered thinking, that is always unwholesome action. The result could be negative and bring unhappiness in the end. But at the same time, you are performing something very beneficial. I want to help people by sharing the Dhamma, or I want to help people by preparing a nice place for them to sit down and learn and practice Dhamma. And if that is a good intention. So the result is mixed always, because anything that we do is not 100% black and white in the world, except for enlightened people. When the Buddha does something, teach Dharma, or do anything else for the helping people, uh, intention is always pure, and it is not defiled with self-centered, selfish thinking. But even in our case, even a monk giving a Dhamma talk, study hard and learn and try to understand the teachings of the Buddha, and try to bring it to simple language and give it to the people for them to use it and be benefited by that Dharma. That's a very good thing. But if the same monk is expecting something in return, gratitude, appreciation, fame, and feeding the ego at the same time. I'm a good Dharma speaker. I can explain Buddha's teaching very well, more than other people, or something like that. If they have that, that is self-centered, selfish, ego-centered intention. So the result is mixed, not pure black and white. Nothing that we do in our culture, in our culture means our level of understanding of Dhamma. That means we are not Sotapanna, we are not Sakadagamin, we are not Anagamin, no Arahant. People like us, whatever we do, there is always some kind of self-centeredness connected to it, connected to our action. So right now, uh, even the greatest people, when they do something, there's some kind of strings attached to one's own self, one's own ego. So basically, uh, almost all of us in the human world or unenlightened world, Prutagjana. Prutagjana means those who are not enlightened. Prutagjanas like us always um, have this mix intentions of doing things. So therefore, we have to remember the more pure our mind is, more pure our actions are. And then now we have to see, how pure am I? How how genuine am I? Uh, it is uh, hard to see that we are not 100% genuine or 100% free from self-centeredness or selfishness. So therefore, most of the good things that we do uh, are mixed. But if someone see a monk passing by their house, and then immediately this person remember, oh, I have a very nice fruit came from my tree in the backyard, I can offer this one of the fruits, mango or something, very nicely ripe. And this person immediately get up and see the pick up the fruit and run towards the monk and put it in the begging bowl and bow to the monks, thinking that I was so lucky to give my share my fruit with the enlightened monk or some monk who is coming on Pindapata. He's become very happy. In a situation like that, you see there's no too much self-centeredness embedded in there. And if that person is thinking, oh, I have a fruit, now I have a good opportunity to offer this to this monk, uh, and I can do it now. As a result, I will go to heaven. I want to be born in heaven after my death. With that intention, if we put the same fruit into the begging bowl, that is contaminated intention. So, not totally pure. Not necessarily, I want to make sure this venerable monk get the opportunity to enjoy the fruit that I grow in my backyard, which is a very nice fruit. So I'm so happy that if we can enjoy my fruit. So that's a different feeling. So anyway, what is the result? Vipaka. Every action has um, vipaka. Vipaka means result of the action. uh, Sometimes there's no two different uh, intentions, not only two different intentions, many other intentions come with it. And so most of the time uh, we get mixed results. Mixed results means we are supposed to get 100% positive result. But unfortunately, because of this mixed intention, we don't get the 100% positive results from this action, because there are some percentage is negative. So one example I can give you is one person during the time of the Buddha was and it's two different actions, but there are two different actions, two different intentions. When this person, for some reason, uh, decided to leave the village and live separately, because she became very shameful at one point, because she lost her hair, and she was very shameful, and she wanted to get out of the village and go to a faraway place. On the way, she stole some clothes from other people. Those were hanging on the for drying outside on a rope or something, and and she did something not very nice, because she's tall. She knew that it was belonged to somebody else, but she looked around and picked up and ran away and took it there. And one day, the same lady saw a monk is looking for a shady place. It's a hot day. She could feel that this monk is looking for a place with the shade, but there was no shade, and he sat down on a rock and started taking his meal. And this woman saw this, and she really needed to provide him a shade, and he found a little old umbrella in her house, and he took it to the monk, and she was holding the umbrella until the monk finished his lunch. And she provided shade. And as a result, after her death, she was born in a beautiful golden palace right in the middle of the sea. That's a different story. Why she was born in the middle of the sea, mainly because she was hating the society when she was dis. She was pushed to lose her hair by the community. That is another story. And so she was born in this beautiful palace in the middle of the sea. But and because she was holding the shade, the umbrella for the monk to finish his lunch, she got this beautiful body with a very nice skin, golden color skin and all that. But because she had stolen some clothes from people in this beautiful palace with the beautiful body, she was totally naked. She couldn't visit anyone, she couldn't see anyone, she couldn't meet anyone, and she was hidden inside that big palace, beautiful palace. And somehow, some merchants on the ocean saw this palace and they wanted to see what it was, and they um, brought their ship towards the towards this beautiful palace in the ocean, the middle of the ocean. And captain of the ship go into the house and ask if there's anybody. Then the lady talked to him in the phone. I am here, but I cannot come outside and say hello to you because I have no clothes. So something like that. So the two result, in this case, two different action, two different result. But the question is one action, two different result. But the idea is two different intentions, two different results. That is what we want to remember here. So one action, two different results. Two action, two different intentions. uh, Two actions, two different intentions. What is one action is stealing the clothes. The second action is providing the shade for a monk. Two different actions and two different intentions. uh, Here in this case, this person did one action but two different intentions. So the result is mixed. That lady's result was mixed. And to finish the story, just to give you an idea, what happened was this ship captain, head merchant, used to be a Buddhist disciple. And he asked this lady, "What can how I have so much clothes in my ship? I can bring it to you, and you can wear." "No, no, no, I cannot wear your clothes. Only way I can get some clothes is to offer some clothes to Buddha, who is in your city in Jetavana, and but you are in the middle of the ocean, so you can do it." And then he said, "What is the next best thing we can do without going to the Buddha and offer robes to the Buddha?" The lady said, "In your ship." Now she's an angel. She was not a just regular woman. This life she was born as a deva, and she has divine eye. And through her divine eye, she saw in the ship there was a very, very devoted Buddhist who is following five precepts to the best, and he never break any precepts, but he always take refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha three times a day, and he was really devoted to the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. And this lady said, "In your ship, one of your workers are good Buddhist, and you offer some clothes to that man and send me the merit." So the merchant immediately went back to the ship and found some very fancy clothes and offered them to that good Buddhist devoted Upasaka. who was actually a worker there in the ship, and immediately transferred the merit to the lady, and immediately the lady got the clothing, and she came out and talked to them, and then uh, talk about who she was, and what happened to her, and all these things were happening. And this is a story that is coming in the Pretavastu, or some other ancient story book, and so uh, intention, um, it's in those two cases, that woman didn't selflessly stole the clothings, and but she provided shade selflessly without expecting anything return. I just want to provide some shade for this venerable monk until he finished his lunch. So she was standing there and holding the umbrella, which is a very nice thing to do. And so these are the two different results. And in our case also, um, two different intentions, two different karmas. Two different karmas bring two different results for all of us. Even after giving so many good Dharma talks, this monk can be very unhappy in the end of his life, and he would die and reborn in a miserable place, no matter how much good things he have done by teaching the Dharma. But he won't be able to stay in that miserable place too long, because he had so much merit by teaching Dhamma. So he regained a better life before too long, suffering in a difficult place. So these things are happening among us today. And if you see these good people, we see we don't know what intention this monk has. We think, oh, he's giving a very nice Dhamma talk and explaining the things to people and helping the people to understand things so well. But behind his mind, he had some kind of expectation in return, your respect, your appreciation, your thank you, and all that. We should not expect anything like that. But some monks, even ordinary people like us may have it inside, in the back of our mind. So therefore, even the teaching Dharma is one of the best dana. Some part of the intention is not the best. So dana, any dana, Dhamma dana or Amisa dana or whatever the dana, properly done, you'll never expect anything in return, even a thank you. That is why monks normally don't say thank you when they give dana to the monks. Monks say, may you be wealthy, may you be happy, may you be successful, whatever, something like that. But we never say, thank you very much for making food for me. No, dana is given not for the monk, dana is given to the Sangha. So I cannot, monks should not personally thank. But in the modern world, uh, after you work so hard for preparing the dana and you take it to the temple, and monks have it and monks don't say any word, and you become so unhappy, and in this culture it is not a very nice thing, and sometimes a monk may even have to say thank you. So but it is not the right thing, because expecting thank you if you gave the dana, that's not a good dana. I don't want to spoil your dana by saying thank you for your dana. No, it's not a very nice thing. So anyway, Um, this is the answer to this question. Performing the same action with two intention, or same performing two different actions with two intentions, basically come to you as as uh, as a result, a positive result and negative result, and positive result and negative result cannot. Mm, Oh, well, now I give you another example. This a little young person um, was very helpful to the other students in the class, and he was doing his best to help the other students to learn and get good grades. Uh, but he had this animosity against animals like dogs or cats. So he beat up the cats and dogs all the time. And as a result, this person be reborn as a very smart, very uh, intelligent person. But at the same time, he could be born in a broken short leg or something, and broken hand or something, but very smart. So that kind of things happen. So this newborn young person baby growing up to be a young man is very intelligent, but not too functional with their limbs, legs and hands, because she was uh, giving hard time, beating animals and hurting them and doing things like that. So uh, this two different actions, two different intentions, but the result came in one package in one life. So the something like that. Even in that case, the lady's case is the same thing. So anyway, uh, that is the idea, and what we have to remember is that practice of sila means being nice to other people. uh, is a very good thing if you done without returning anything from them as a gratitude or anything like that. So when you be nice to others, when you practice dana, always remember not to expect anything in return. And so most of the time, uh, if you give something to a poor person or young poor family or something in Sri Lanka, and you are so happy that you are able to give, and then uh, 3 months later you still remember, it fondly is good. But if it is real giving, you don't even remember that you gave this much money or this much of this kind of gift to this family, and you don't remember even when you see them next time. So that kind of dana is a real dana, true letting go, and no strings attached. So that is the best thing that we have to practice. That is something that we have to practice. The best way of being nice, meaning sila, being generous, meaning practice of dana, like good karma, it is good. So that is one way to look at this. Huh? Okay. The second question is, what is Gandhabba in Buddhism? Uh, then is another question: is it a Theravada or Mahayana concept? It is not necessarily a Mahayana concept. Uh, when you say Mahayana concept, is it's a teaching that is mixed up with local beliefs and and cultural thinking. So that is what we mean by Mahayana concept when we say it as a Theravadins, because Buddhism was uh, going from place to place. When Dhamma, the Buddha's teaching, goes to different place, some of the concept on those in those different places mixed up with Buddhism, and later on it became, people start thinking this is pure Buddhism, but it is not pure Buddhism. It is a local thinking of some local place or local culture. So that is why when we say if it is a Mahayana concept, what Gandhabba is a Theravada concept, meaning this term is coming found in Theravada Buddhist text, Theravada canonical text. One time Buddha wanted to mention how child come to be, birth come to be, then Buddha mentioned Mata cha utuni hoti. The mother has the menstrual period complete, and then uh, combined with the father's sperm. Uh, these two happen often, but every time when these two happens, that means a combination of mother's seed, I guess, huh? And the father's sperm combination. It's a common thing. It could happen many times a year, but that does not mean that every time when these two happen, uh, child is born, baby is born. So what happened is, these two things come together, and there's an additional condition come to this combination. That is the Gandhabba, arrival of Gandhabba. Buddha said, when the Gandhabba is arriving at this time, and as soon as the Gandhabba arrives, the little fetus become alive. So it starts functioning. It is like a lightning hit that little life, boom, and then start. So the Gandhabba is a powerful, uh, we use the word object, huh? Powerful object that come outside and become part of the seed and the sperm of the mother and the father. Now it is a child. It's a functioning life. So that's how the life begins. If the Gandhabba did not arrive, there would no any life. Now, what is Gandhabba? When I die, I am going to be reborn in this particular mother's and father's child. And the moment I die, my all my memories, all my memories means all my good karma and bad karma, good memories and bad memories that I have accumulated in my system is now all the good things, good memories and bad memories, as soon as I die, turn into a digital form, digital form, and become a very powerful thing, because the karma is, remember, good karma is good energy, bad karma is bad energy, right? Good karma generates good energy, bad karma generates bad energy. That good memory generates good energy, bad memory generates bad memories. So these are very powerful force. And kamma pata means path. Path means road. So, due to my causes and conditions, my memories, it find a path at that, based on that condition. Path means, like in the computer, use the word path. It goes from this path, and go to this point, not to this point. See, and so that is a path, means karma pata. So It's not like going from like a ball like this, but it is disappearing in my body when I die and immediately appear in that mother's womb and as a Gandhabba. A Gandhabba means my memory bank. Hits there and then it become part of my memory bank. Now it's in the womb, the the fetus, right? So now it is working. So all my memories are now after my death, now in that mother's womb, maybe in England, maybe in India, maybe in Sri Lanka, maybe in the United States, somewhere in the East Coast or West Coast, we don't know, depending on the person who died and the person's in karmic conditions. Uh, so the Gandhabba, the arrival of Gandhabba means arrival of the dead person's, we don't use the word soul because there is no soul, because this is not a soul, this is constantly ongoing operation. Soul is a big ball like this, and some solid thing. There's no such a thing according to Buddhism. Everything is constantly changing and moving. It's not an entity in other words, huh? So this Gandhabba means this package of good and bad karmas arrive in there, and now new person was born. That means Bante died here, now is born in somewhere faraway place, maybe Sri Lanka, in some other's womb. What happened was the exact same knowledge I have, Dharma, my ability to teach Dharma, my ability to recite sutras, give blessings, all that I have studied and learned from many, many past lives, forget the past lives, but from the day I was born, all my memories are now in that little womb, 100%. So if that little womb can speak, that little womb, little baby in the mother's womb, uh, can give Dhamma talks. Why? Because my memories are already there, and my interests, my likes and dislikes, and all are there. So that package is called Gandhabba. The moment I die, I turn into a ball of memories, a package of memories. That package of memories is called Gandhabba. That Gandhabba disappears here, appears there. How long does it take? Millisecond, not even a second. Going from here to Sri Lanka, how long does it take? Not even a second. I was telling, giving an example. When you have this picture, very beautiful picture in your computer, uh, beautiful colors and beautiful flowers and people and all these things, and they are wearing certain color dress and all these things. When you send this digitally to someone in England, you press the button here in California to send button, and it appears in a matter of second in his computer. Do you think all these colors and all these forms and all these things in the picture uh, went from my computer to my friend's computer in England and appear with all the colors and all the same picture, same person, just like the picture I have in my computer, the one I sent? No. The colors didn't go. The forms didn't go. The people in the pictures didn't go. But it immediately transformed into a digital form, And that digital images, signals appeared, not went, appeared. I send the button and it appeared there. And now he can see exact same picture, same colors, same peoples, everything the same. Exactly like that, I begin to explain this Gandhabba is my memories, millions of memories, turned into a digital package and appeared, not went, appeared from here to Sri Lanka and born and start existing in that woman's womb. So, birth and death. So, if I was born in heaven, instead of going to Sri Lanka and born in Sri Lanka, what happened? So, it disappeared here and immediately create that digital form, and in a matter of second, millisecond, no? matter of minute seconds, I gain a body, perfect body in heaven. Inside this, that whole package is there. Now he's a deva. I have become a deva uh, in the heavenly existence. It doesn't take too long, like going to be reborn in the mother's womb and 9 months in the womb and coming out and all that. None of those things when you are born in heaven. No hungry ghost. Hungry ghost is just die here and immediately reborn in the same house with the subtle body with the same memories. So the person who died in this house is born in the same house as a hungry ghost, but only difference with the heavenly being and this hungry ghost, they're all both are opapathika. Opapathika means spontaneous birth, instant birth. Heaven, a demon. If I become a demon or something, I know one of the education officers in Sri Lanka died, and he became a demon at his own house, and he was giving hard time to the family. That was a famous story at one point. Huh? He became a demon, but he died here, became a human, became a demon just like that, and those are called opapathika. Like Ambapali was born with no father, no mother, no womb, no seed, nothing. But in the previous life, she died as a person, but spontaneously born as a person. So very rare occasions like that are there in Buddhist tradition. So the Gandhabba means a collection of memories of a deceased person. So why it is Gandhabba is a person. Gandhabba, there's another group of Gandhabbas. You can die and reborn as a preta, hungry ghost. You can die, reborn as a human being, 9 months to wait in that cell, dark cell. You can reborn immediately in heaven. You can reborn immediately as a demon. Now, what I was going to say, I forgot the main point I was going to say. So this, in all these cases, the Gandhabba means memory bank. Okay. You can be a hungry ghost, you can be a demon, You can be a human being, you can be a dog or any other animal, you can be a heavenly being, but also you can be another type of deva called Gandhabba. Gandhabba is devas and Gandhabbas. Gandhabbas are the musicians and dancers and that type of people, the Hollywood type people who were born in heaven are called Gandhabbas. They are all entertainers. They are all musicians and dancers and singers and all that kind of people. No? Okay, so that is Gandhabba. You can be born as a Gandhabba. That's a different species, different group of beings. But this Gandhabba, in this context, is a collection of karmas of a deceased person uh, in a package. That package is called Gandhabba, but when you say package, it has no life. The word package is not a good word. A bundle, the bundle of memories. Bundle is also no life, but in this case, the word Gandhabba has a connotation of a life. This Gandhabba that leave from my body when I die is not just a package, but actual um, operating organism. Operating organism is a good word. Operating organism, but invisible, digital, untouchable, is electrical or electronic unit. That unit has my good memories, that have my bad memories, that has my good energies, that has my bad energies. All these are there in that unit. So that is Gandhabba. So remember that every time when you die, uh, it our energy consist of our memories immediately transform into this unit, and this unit immediately it's not like this one happened first and then few minutes later, few seconds later, then I get a body of a hungry ghost or body of a deva. Not like that. It almost simultaneously for us, it is simultaneously happening because our mind is not sharp enough to see the difference between first step and the second step, because it happens so fast. If we have the ability to expand this 1 second into uh, 3,000 parts, then we can see the my memories are transforming into a Gandhabba slowly, and that Gandhabba settle down with the subtle body of a hungry ghost or real body of a human being or something, and that's what happened to us. And it doesn't matter if it's a human being or dog or cat or rat. When they die, same thing happened in every being's case. So that Gandhabba we refer to in the sutra is basically for human beings, but not only for human beings. Even God, heavenly Deva, dies in heaven, same thing happened. So he come back and reborn here in the earth, human realm, after being there for a long time. When their karmic conditions is over or lifespan is over, because even they were born in a certain heaven, they also have a lifespan. So in the end of the lifespan, they have to go somewhere else. They die, and they can reborn here, or they can reborn somewhere else. Most of the time, they reborn in human realm, because they can pick a place to go and reborn. They must have better capacity than us. In my case, I cannot exactly say that I want to be reborn in that lady's womb. I want to be a little child of that woman. No, I cannot. I cannot. But unless I am evolved to a bodhisattva level, bodhisattvas can, and divine being can pick a mother. That is why when you go to the Bodhi tree and pray for a child, after a while you have a baby, and that baby happened to be a so wonderful baby. Why? This baby is a as Deva or divine being who left the divine life because that Deva was hanging around the Bodhi tree, and then this Deva see that this mother is hoping or wishing a child, and this mother is a good mother. She's a, person who follow five precepts and is a good person, and I want to be her son or daughter, so that Deva can arrive into the womb of this mother who is under the Bodhi tree, reciting Pirit, hoping to have become pregnant. And if you see those little babies, if you pay attention to those babies, we know many of those people because they come to the temple and they hang out in the Bodhi tree, recite Pirit and offer water to the Bodhi tree. Bodhi puja karla karla. Ivralla ame kambunama. When you have that baby, you see that baby is so smart and so nice and so good looking and so kind and so gentle, because these are very good good souls, if you want to use the word soul, good souls in the past. So good Dandabbas in the past, and they arrive here, and you can see, you pay attention to that kind of babies and you will see, because we have seen it so many times, and every time those babies born are very fortunate, very smart and very refined little children. And so this is good enough for this question about Gandhabba. Although some of you don't know, never heard of the word Gandhabba, now you know, uh, because of this question. And this question came from Gamini and Kilita, both questions. And because of the fact that they ask questions, a lot of other people could come to know some things that we normally don't discuss. What happened to a dead person? What happened to his mind? Is his mind or anything? What happened? We don't discuss these things too often. So today we had the opportunity on the Duruthu Poya day to talk about these things, and also it is very important that we talk about karma and karma vipaka. Most of the people, when I say, I always say that karma means memory. Good karma means good memories, bad karma means bad memories. I say that. Uh, then, what is the result? Everything is result of our memory. That is what the Dhammapada, first gatha of the Dhammapada, is teaching us, is that our Mano Pubbangama Dhamma Mano Setta Manomaya Manasache Paduttena, if it's a good karma, pure memories, pleasant memories, then it's good result. Like the shadow that comes behind you every time. The karma vipaka is always coming with you. Memories, result of the memory always coming with you. When you go to buy a house and you go with uh, your realtor to 20, 30, 40 homes, but you don't like any of those houses, and finally you decide, oh, this is the house I like. What happened was it fits your past memories. If this house is matching with your past memories, you call it, oh, I like this house. That's how it happened. So that's a result of the karma. You bought that particular house as a result of your memory. So it's not by accident you decided to buy that house. After looking at so many houses, you decided this house. It's not an accident. It's a result of your karma, result of your memories. So if you have build a nice bathroom for your grandmother in house in Sri Lanka or Vietnam or someplace, you make sure that it's a very easily accessible and all the good equipments are there because grandmother can use it easily. You build that house and that you build that bathroom for your grandmother who is getting old in Sri Lanka, and that memory, make sure when you are looking at this house, you don't even know you are paying attention to the bathroom. How convenient, how well this is designed, how well the parts are added. So all these things are coming from the memory that you built, memory from the bathroom that you built for your grandmother. It's a good karma, right? It's a good memory. As a result, you always, if you go to the bathroom, if the bathroom is not perfect, you say, no, I don't want this house. That's it. That's how it happened. And all the other good things are there, then it is good. uh, because you have to see it is good. The living room is very nice. I like the windows because you have that in your memory. If you didn't have in your memory, you don't pay attention to the windows. You don't pay attention to the size of the living room. No, because if you had the memories from the past, moment you go into that house, immediately that memories match with or not match with the living room that you're looking at, windows of the living room that you're looking at. That's how it happened. So that's called memory of no, the result of the memory, result of the memory, karma vipaka. Okay, remember that. And so you have to have accumulate good memories all the time, uh, like building a very nice bathroom for your grandmother at home in Sri Lanka or someplace else, huh? Or anything that if you build a home for the people, uh, this one, sometimes when you look at the mm, homes, 5, 6 people live in this little home in Sri Lanka. Roof is so bad and walls are so bad and there's no door, decent door. And when you see these pictures, you feel like writing a check and send it to them, making sure that this person is going to build a nice house for these people, which I have done. That's why I'm telling you. So uh, today media, so many um, little video clips are coming from Sri Lanka, and if they are sent by a decent group of people who are really seeking help to build the house for these people, then don't be afraid to write a check and make sure that check is used properly to build a decent house for these children to sleep at least at night, with the closed door and closed windows, things like that. It's very important. And pay attention to all these requests coming from these places. And sometimes they put the phone number there, and then you call the phone number and see what is happening and who is actually building the house. Are they responsible for other people's money and things like that? Some of them are good people, like engineers and doctors. They ask their friends to send money, and they build the home themselves and give it to those families. And I have seen it. So those are good karma. They were talking about karma, a good intention and bad intention. And even the Gandhab has to have a lot of good memories but no bad memories. So if you die with no too many bad memories, would be very nice, but that is hard because we are basically good and bad people. So being a Buddhist means putting effort, samma, samma vayama, putting effort, wholesome effort. Samma vayama means putting wholesome effort to record good memories. Record means store in our memory bank. Good memories, but not too many bad memories. Don't have a fight with your mother. It's a bad memory. And if you hurt the little dog, it's a bad memory. We don't want that kind of memories. If you steal from someone, meaning somebody's money that you are supposed to get only 50%, and then you take 70% and give 25% to the other person, that's a bad memory. So you don't need anything. Uh, in I remember when I was a young monk, my teacher sometimes hire certain people to do some work at the temple, repairing the Bodhi tree, Bodhi Dhamma, wall, or something like that. And then if the person asks certain amount, my teacher never say, "Oh, that's too much. Why don't you?" If he asks for $500, my teacher never asks, "Okay, I give you 400. You do the job." He never say that. If he says 500, he pays the 500. Or if that is too much, he say, "Okay, I think of it, and maybe I find some other what do you call it, other office, and then get to some other carpenter or whatever those people, masonry, and fix a wall, and for 400." But if he asks 500, my teacher would say, "No, I give you 400. You do it for me." That's stealing. So we do that kind of stealing all the time. So be careful when you bargain, because you don't know that if those people are telling actual truth. Some areas, go to a tourist area and try to buy something. They double the price. In that case, you can bargain if you want, if you know for sure. But if don't know, these poor people, sometimes it costs us only maybe 50 cents to $1 more, and you just give it to them and buy the thing and come and be happy for being able to help someone uh, buying that little thing. So anyway, so that's the end of the Dhamma discussion. And now we have a break, I think. Dhamma discussion? No, we don't have a break. If you want to go to restroom or take a cup of tea, please take 2-3 minutes and come back. And then I think we have to uh, sit in meditation uh, about short time. Huh? So 3:45. No, 3:15. Now we are a little bit behind, and 3:45 until 3:45. No, 3:15. Yeah, 30 minutes meditation. We have only uh, 10 minutes meditation, but 10 minutes is enough. We try to sit quietly for 10 minutes without being disturbed. All what we need is to not to let too many things come into the mind. Our mind is uh, like a like an open house in the middle of the city. Anything can walk in, anything can out. So, what we are trying to do is to develop some peace of mind, some calmness in this mind. So, let us try to accept only one object, because mind has to have an object. Unless you are very highly focused at one point at the highest level, Nirodha Samapatti, you don't have an object in your mind. Until then, even at the first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, and then akasananchayatana, vinyananchayatana, nevasanyana sanyayatana, you still have, excuse me, some kind of object in your mind. Mind has to have an object. That is why we give you a light object like breath. That's a light object. That object can be a visual object. Visual object means you open your eyes, in front of you there's a nice flower, nice Buddha image, or nice uh, scenery, and you try to keep your mind focused on that particular visual object that you can see from your eye. It's called visual object. Huh? And you can light a nice incense and close your eyes and smell the incense for 15 minutes without thinking of other things. Just observe the smell. That's an olfactory object. Smell as an object, form as an object, sound as an object. You play a recitation of a sutta or some very slow, nice, beautiful piano music played by a very special player. You can pay attention to that, and that's an audio object. All what we are trying to do is to keep our mind clean only with one object, not cluttered. Normally, our mind is so cluttered, too many objects coming in to our mind at one time. But it does not, it look like one time, but it's separate different times. But one time, all these are, we feel like one time, everything is in there. So this time what we are trying to do is to take one object at a time. And that object, as I mentioned, could be an audio object that you can hear, or visual object that you can see, or tangible object that you can touch. So take one object and keep it in the mind without letting the mind run all over picking different objects. I think our minds are getting more and more calmer, more peaceful. Our mind doesn't run so fast from one object to the other. Even it runs, it is very slow running. That means our mind is much calmer and more focused. Therefore, we add 5 more minutes to our calmness, because calmer your mind, more time you spend in your calm mind, it's a much greater benefit for us. So let us continue 5 more minutes, keeping the mind calm. Dukkhapatta nidukkha, bhayapatta nibbaya, sokapatta nisoka, hontu sabbe pipanino. Dukkhapatta nidukkha, bhayapatta nibbaya, sokapatta nisoka, hontu sabbe pipanino. Dukkhapatta nidukkha, bhayapatta nibbaya, sokapatta nisoka, hontu sabbe pipanino. Sadhu, 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 sadhu. Thank you very much for joining the Dhamma discussion and the short meditation. And now we take a short break of 10 minutes, and then at 4 o'clock we have the Gilampas Buddha Puja already. Bhante Shanta is already here outside preparing the Buddha Puja hour. And after the Buddha Puja, we recite Mahaparita, that is Mangala, Ratana, and Karaniya Suttas, we will be reciting. And most of you memorize the three sutras. And if you don't memorize, please bring your chanting book and recite together with us. And following the Pali is difficult. Best thing is to close your eyes and only pay attention to the sound of the chanting, which is the sutras. So that way you generate not only calmness of the mind, but you also get to absorb the positive vibration, very healing vibration into your body, and heal your body and heal your mind at the same time. So this is after the Buddha Puja, okay? And then we will be back. You can be here if you like to join the Buddha Puja. No, and thank you. And we and If you have your own Gilampasa Puja ready at home, you can join with us and do the same Buddha Puja like us, and then you can recite the gathas with us together, and let us begin the ceremony. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vijjacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisadhamma sarati Sattva deva manussanam buddho bhagavati iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vidyacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati Satta Deva Manussanam Buddho Bhagavati Iti Piso Bhagava Arahang Samma Sambuddho Vidyacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanam buddho bhagavati. We have prepared these beautiful candles, flowers, incense, and soft drinks to the Buddha and to the virtues, infinite virtues of the Buddha. Let us think that by the merit that we are generating through these offerings, may we always be happy and joyful in this life and even in the future life. May all our deceased family members and relatives also, including our parents, be happy and joyful wherever they may be born at this time. And finally, may we all attain ultimate peace, which is Nibbana. With these thoughts in our mind, let us recite the Gathas together. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vijjacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanam buddho bhagavati Sakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sandittiko Akaliko Ehi Passiko Opanaiko Pacchatang Veditabbo Vinyohiti Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho
Ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyayapatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samitipatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidan chattari purisa yugani atta purisa puggala Esa bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo dakkineyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyakhetang lokasati Vandami cetiyang sabbang sabbatane supatititang Saririka dhatu mahabodhing buddharupang sakalang sada Yassa mule nisinnova sabbari vijayannaka patto sabbanyatang satta vandetang bodhipadapang Ime ete mahabodhi lokanatena pujita Ambite namassami bodhiraja namattute Ganasarappaditena dipena tamadang sina Tilokadipang sambuddhang pujayami tamonudang Sugandhikaya vadanang ananta gunagandhina Sugandhina hangandena pujayami tathagatang Vannagandha gunopetang etang kusuma santating Pujayami munindassa siripada saroruhe Pujemi buddhang kusumena nena punyena metena cehotu mukkang Puppang milayati yata idammi kayo tatayati vinasa bhavang Adivase no bante paniyang parikappitang Anukampang upadaya patigannatu muttama Adivase no bante milana paccayang imang Anukampang upadaya patigannatu muttama Ayena vaca cittena pamadena maya katang Accayang kamami bante buri panya tathagata
First, we observe 5 precepts just to release the 8 precepts or 10 precepts. But if you are planning to spend one more day observing precept at home is fine too. Now, to release the 8 precepts, let us go up in. Camera. To observe 5 precepts, please recite Namo Tassa 3 times. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinnādāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Kāmesu miccācara veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Musāvāda veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Suramēraya majjapama daṭṭhāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Sadhana. Now we are reciting the Mahapirita today, which is always one of the great blessing. That Maha means great, Pirita means protection and blessing, great blessing to bring you healing and peace of mind and success with your family and other relationships, and also with the success for the success of your jobs and your businesses and other things, and to bring the attention from all the devas towards your family and children. This Mahaprita is always a wonderful thing to happen, and if you can recite with the monks, please do so. If not, close your eyes and sit in meditation for maybe about 40 minutes or so altogether, and that way you generate a lot of positive energy for yourself and a lot of blessing that you absorb into your body and mind. And now Bhante Shanta will invite the devas to come attend the ceremony, Pirit ceremony, and in the end we transfer merit to them and we send them off.
Samanta cakkavalesu atra gaccantu devata saddhammang munirajassa sunantu sagga mokkadang ධම්මස්සවන කාලෝ අයං බදන්තා ධම්මස්සවන කාලෝ අයං බදන්තා පරිත්ත ධම්මස්සවන කාලෝ අයං බදන්තා
නමෝ
තස්ස
තස්ස
භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස
නමෝ තස්ස
භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස
ඉතිපිසෝ භගවා
අරහං සම්මා සම්බුද්ධෝ විද්‍යාචරණ සම්පන්නෝ සුගතෝ ලෝකවිදෝ අනුත්තරෝ පුරිස ධම්මසාරති සත්තා දේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවාති ස්වාක්ඛාතෝ භගවතා ධම්මෝ සන්දිට්ඨිකෝ අකාලිකෝ ඒහිපස්සිකෝ ඕපනයිකෝ
පච්චත්තං
වේදිතබ්බෝ විඤ්ඤායිති සුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ උජුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ ඥායපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ සාමීචි පටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ
යදිදං
චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අට්ඨ පුරිස පුග්ගලා ඒස භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනේයෝ පාහුනේයෝ දක්ඛිනේයෝ අංජලි කරණීයෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්ඛෙත්තං ලෝකස්සාති
ඒතේන
සච්ච වජ්ජේන පාතු තන් රතනත්තයං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන පාතු තං රතනත්තයං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන පාතු තං රතනත්තයං
එවං මේ සුත
බාහුං සාස්සමබිනින් මිත සායුදන්තං ගිරිමේකලං උදිත ගෝර සසේන මාරං දානාදි ධම්ම විදිනාදිතවා මුනින්දෝ තම් තේජසා භවතු තේ ජය මංගලානි මාරාතිරේකමභියුජ්ජිත සබ්බ රත්තිං ගෝරම් පනාලවක මක්ක මතද්ද යක්කං
කන්ති සුදන්ත
විදිනාජිතවා මුනින්දෝ තං තේජසා භවතු තේ ජය මංගලානි නාලාගිරින් ගජවරං අතිමත්ත භූතං දාවග්ගි චක්කමසනීව සුදාරුණන්තං මෙත්තං බුසේක විදිනාදිතවා මුනින්දෝ තං තේජසා භවතු තේ ජය මංගලානි උක්කෙත්ත කග්ගමති අත්ත සුදාරුණන්තං දාවන්තියෝ ජනපතං ගුලිමාලවන්තං ඉද්දීවි සංකත මනෝදිතවා මුනින්දෝ තං තේජසා භවතු තේ ජය මංගලානි කත්වාන කට්ට මුදරං ඉව ගබ්බිනීයා චිංචාය දුට්ට වචනං ජනකාය මජ්ජේ සන්තේන සෝම විදිනාජිතවා මුනින්දෝ තං තේජසා භවතු තේ ජය මංගලානි සච්චං විහාය මති සච්චක වාදකේතුං වාදාබිරෝපිත මනං අති අන්ධ භූතං පඤ්ඤාපදීප ජලිතෝ ජිතවා මුනින්දෝ තං තේජසා භවතු තේ ජය මංගලානි නන්දෝපනන්ද බුජගං විබුදං මහිද්දිං පුත්තේන තේර බුජගේන දමාපයන්
භගවන්තෝ
දුපදේශ
ඉද්දුපදේශ
විදිනා
ජිතවා
ජිතවා මුනින්දෝ තං තේජසා භවතු තේ ජය මංගලානි දුග්ගාහ දිට්ඨි බුජගේන සුදට්ඨ හත්තං බ්‍රහ්මං විසුද්ධි ජුතිමෙද්දි බකාබිදානං ඥානාගදේන විදිනා ජිතවා මුනින්දෝ තං තේජසා භවතු තේ ජය මංගලානි ඒතාපි බුද්ධ ජය මංගල අට්ඨගාතායෝ වාචකෝ දින දිනේ සරතේ මතන්දී හිත්වානනේක විවිධානි චුපද්දවානි මොක්කං සුකං අධිගමෙය්‍ය නරෝ සපඤ්ඤෝ ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං එවං මේ සුතං ඒකං සමයං භගවා සාවත්තියං විහෙරති ජේතවනේ අනාථ පිණ්ඩිකස්ස ආරාමේ අතකෝ අඤ්ඤතරා දේවතා අභික්ඛන්තාය රත්තියා අභික්ඛන්ත වන්නා කේවල කප්පං ජේතවනං ඕභාසෙත්වා යේන භගවා තේන උපසංකමි උපසංකමිත්වා භගවන්තං අභිවාදෙත්වා ඒකමන්තං අට්ඨාසී ඒකමන්තං තිතාකෝසා දේවතා භගවන්තං ගාතාය අජ්ජභාසී බහුදේවා මනුස්සාච මංගලානි අචින්තයුං ආකංකමානා සුත්තානං බ්‍රූහි මංගල මුත්තමං අසේවනාච බාලානං පණ්ඩිතානං ච සේවනා පූජාච පූජනීයානං ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං පතිරූපදේශවාසෝච උබ්බේච කත පුඤ්ඤතා අත්ථ සම්මා පනිදිච ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං බාහු සච්ඡං ච සිප්පං ච විනයෝ ච සුසික්ඛිතෝ සුභාසිතා ච යා වාචා ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං මාතා පිතෝ උපට්ඨානං පුත්‍රදාරස්ස සංඝෝ අනාකුලාච කම්මන්තා ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමන් දානං ච ධම්මචර්යා ච ඥාතකානං ච සංඝෝ අනවජ්ජානි කම්මානි ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං ආරති විරති පාපා මජ්ජපානා ච සංයමෝ අප්පමාදෝ ච ධම්මේසු ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං ගාරවෝ ච නිවාතෝ ච සන්තුට්ඨි ච කතඤ්ඤුතා කාලේන ධම්ම ශ්‍රවණං ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං කන්ති ච සෝවචස්සතා සමනානං ච දස්සනං කාලේන ධම්ම සාකච්ඡා ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමන් තපෝ ච බ්‍රහ්මචර්යං ච අරිය සත්‍යාන දස්සනං නිබ්බාන සච්චි කිරියා ච ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමන් පුට්ඨස්ස ලෝක ධම්මේහි චිත්තං යස්සන කම්පති අශෝක සං විරජං කේමං ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං ඒතාදිසානි කତ୍වාන සබ්බත්තම පරාජිතා සබ්බත්ත සොත්තිං ගච්ඡන්ති තං තේසම් මංගල මුත්තමන්ති ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං යානිද භූතානි සමාගතානි බුම්මානි වායානිව අන්තලික්කේ සබ්බේව භූතා සුමනා භවන්තු අතෝපි සක්කච්ච සුනන්තු භාසිතං තස්මායි භූතානි සාමේත සබ්බේ මෙත්තං කරෝත මානුසියා පජාය දිවාච රත්තෝ ච හරන්ති ඒ බලින් තස්මායි නේරක්කත අප්පමත්තා යං කිංචි විත්තං ඉදවාහුරං වා සග්ගේසු වායං රතනං පනීතං නනෝ සමං අත්ථි තථාගතේන ඉදම්පි බුද්දේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු khයං විරාගං අමතං පනීතං යදජ්ජගා සක්්‍ය මුනි සමාහිතෝ නතේන ධම්මේන සමත්ති කිංචි ඉදම්පි ධම්මේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු යම් බුද්ධ සෙට්ටෝ පරිවන්න යේසු චෙන් සමාධිමානන්තරිකඤ්ඤමාහු සමාධිනාතේන සමෝන විජ්ජති ඉදම්පි ධම්මේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු යේ පුග්ගලා අට්ඨ සතම් පසත්තා චත්තාරි ඒතානි යුගානි හොන්ති තේ දක්ඛිනේයා සුගතස්ස ශාවකා ඒතේසු දින්නානි මහප්පලානි ඉදම්පි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු යේ සුප්පයුත්තා මනසා දල්ලේන නික්කාමිනෝ ගෝතම සාසනම්හි තේ පත්තිපත්තා අමතං විගයිහ ලද්දා මුදා නිබ්බුතින් බුඤ්ජමානා ඉදම්පි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු යතින්ද කීලෝ පඨවින් සිතෝසියා චතුබ්බිවාතේ බිය සම්පකම්පියෝ තතුපමං සප්පුරිසං වදාමි යෝ අරිය සච්චානි අවෙච්ච පස්සති ඉදම්පි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු යේ අරිය සච්චානි විභාවයන්ති ගම්බීර පඤ්ඤේන සුදේසිතානි කිංචාපිතේ හොන්ති බුසප්පමත්තා නතේ භවං අට්ඨමං ආදියන්ති ඉදම්පි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු සහවස්ස දස්සන සම්පදාය තයස්සු ධම්මා ජහිතා භවන්ති සක්කාය දිට්ඨි විචිකිච්ඡිතං ච සීලබ්බතං වාපිය දත්ති කිංචේ චතුහ පායේ හිච විප්පමුත්තෝ චචාබිටානානි අබබ්බෝ කාතුං ඉදම්පි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු කිංචාපිසෝ කම්මං කරෝති පා
පාපකං කායේන වාචා උදචේතසාවා අබබ්බෝසෝ තස්ස පටිච්චාදාය අබබ්බතා දිට්ඨ පදස්ස උත්තා ඉදම්පි සංඝේ රතනං පනිතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු වනප්පගම්බේ අතා පුස්සිතග්ගේ ගිම්හාන මාසේ පඨමස්මින් ගිම්හේ තතුපමන්දම්ම වරං අදේසයි නිබ්බානගාමින් පරමං ිතාය ඉදම්පි බුද්දේ රතනම් පනිතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු වරෝවරඤ්ඤෝ වරදෝවරාරෝ අනුත්තරෝ ධම්ම වරං අදේසයි ඉදම්පි බුද්දේ රතනං පනිතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු කීනම් පුරාණං නවන්නත්ති සම්භවං විරත්ත චිත්තා ආයතිකේ භවස්මින් තේකීන බීජා අවිරුල්ලිච්ඡන්දා නිබ්බන්ති ධීරා යථායං පදීපෝ ඉදම්පි සංඝේ රතනං පනිතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු යානිද බුද්ධානි සමාගතානි බුම්මානි වායානිව අන්තලික්කේ තථාගතං දේව මනුස්ස පූජිතං බුද්ධං නමස්සාම සුවත්ති හෝතු යානිද බුද්ධානි සමාගතානි බුම්මානි වායානිව අන්තලික්කේ තථාගතං දේව මනුස්ස පූජිතං ධම්මං නමස්සාම සුවත්ති හෝතු යානිද බුද්ධානි සමාගතානි බුම්මානි වායානිව අන්තලික්කේ තථාගතං දේව මනුස්ස පූජිතං සංඝං නමස්සාම සුවත්ති හෝතු ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන දුක්ඛා උපසමෙන්තු තේ ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන භයා උපසමෙන්තු තේ ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන රෝගා උපසමෙන්තු තේ කරණීය මත්ත කුසලේන යන්තං සන්තං පදං අபிසමෙච්ච සක්කෝ ජුච සුජුච සුවාචෝ චස්ස මුදුවනතිමානි සන්තුස්සකෝච සුබරෝච අපගිච්චෝච සල්ලව්කෞත්ති සන්තේන්ද්‍රයෝච නිපකෝච අපගබ්බෝ කුලේසු අනනුගිද්දෝ නචකුද්දං සමාචරේ කිංචියේන විඤ්ඤෝ පරේ උපවදෙය්‍යං සුඛිනෝ වාඛේමිනෝ හන්තු සබ්බේ සත්තා භවන්තු සුඛිතත්තා ඒකේචිපාන භූතත්ති තසාවා තාවරාවා අනවශේෂා දීඝාවා මහන්තාවා මජ්ජිමා රස්සකානුකතුලා දිට්ඨාවා ඒව අද්දිට්ඨා යේච දුරේ වසන්ති අවිදුරේ භූතාවා සම්භවේසීවා සබ්බේ සත්තා භවන්තු සුඛිතත්තා නපරෝ පරන්නිකුබ්බේත නාති මඤ්ඤේත කත්තචිනං කංචේ භ්‍යාරෝසනා පටිග සංඥා නාඤ්ඤමඤ්ඤස්ස දුක්ඛමිච්ඡේය මාතා යතානියං පුත්තං ආයුසා ඒක පුත්ත මනුරක්කේ එවම්පි සබ්බ භූතේසු මාන සංභාවයේ අපරිමාණං මෙත්තං ච සබ්බ ලෝකස්මින් මාන සම්භාවයේ භාවයේ අපරිමාණං උද්දං
අදෝචතිරියංච අසම්බාධං අවේරං අසපත්තං තිට්ඨං චරන්නිසින්නෝවා සයානෝවා යාවතස්ස විගත මිද්දෝ ඒතං සතින් අදිට්ඨේය බ්‍රහ්මමේතං විහාරං ඉදමාවෝ දිට්ඨින්ච අනුපගම්ම සීලවා දස්සනේන සම්පන්නෝ කාමේසු විනෙය්‍යගේ ධං නහි ජාතු ගබ්බසෙය්‍යං පුනරේතිතේ ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සොත්තිතේ හෝතු සබ්බදා ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සොත්තිතේ හෝතු සබ්බදා ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සොත්තිතේ හෝතු සබ්බදා උද්දේතයං චක්කුමා ඒක රාජා හරිස්සවන්නෝ පඨවිප්පභාසෝ තන්තං නමස්සාමි හරිස්සවන්නං පඨවිප්පභාසං තයජ්ජ ගුත්තා විහෙරේමු දිවසං යේ බ්‍රාහ්මනා වේදගු සබ්බ ධම්මේ තේමේ නමෝතේ ච මං පාලයන්තු නමත්තු බුද්ධානං නමත්තු බෝධියා නමෝ විමුක්තානං නමෝ විමුක්තියා ඉමන්සෝ පරිත්තං කତ୍වා මෝරෝ චරති ඒසනා අපේතයං චක්කුමා ඒක රාජා හරිස්සවන්නෝ පඨවිප්පභාසෝ තන්තං නමස්සාමි හරිස්සවන්නං පඨවිප්පභාසං තයජ්ජ ගුත්තා විහෙරේමු රත්තිං යේ බ්‍රාහ්මනා වේදගු සබ්බ ධම්මේ තේමේ නමෝතේ ච මම් පාලයන්තු නමත්තු බුද්ධානං නමත්තු බෝධියා නමෝ විමුක්තානං නමෝ විමුක්තියා ඉමං සෝ පරිත්තං කତ୍වා මෝරෝ වාසම කප්පයිති ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන භයවුපසමෙන්තු තේ ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන භයවුපසමෙන්තු තේ ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන භයවුපසමෙන්තු තේ එවං මේ සුතං ඒකං සමයං භගවා සාවත්තියං විහෙරති ජේතවනේ අනාථ පිණ්ඩිකස්ස ආරාමේ තත්‍රකෝ භගවා භික්ඛෝ ආමන්තේසි භික්ඛවෝති බදන්තේ තිතේ භික්ඛෝ භගවතෝ පච්චස්සෝසුං භගවා ඒතදවෝච මෙත්තාය භික්ඛවේ චේතෝ විමුක්තිය ආසේවිතාය භාවිතාය බෞලීකතාය යානිකතාය වත්තුකතාය අනුට්ඨිතාය පරිචිතාය සුසමාරද්ධාය ඒකාදසානි සංසා පාටිකංකා කතමේ ඒකාදස සුඛං සුපති සුඛං පටිභුජ්ජතින පාපකං සුපිනං පස්සති මනුස්සානං පියෝ හෝති අමනුස්සානං පියෝ හෝති දේවතා රක්ඛන්ති නාස්ස අග්ගිවා විසංවා සත්තං වා කමති තුවටං චිත්තං සමාධියති මුඛවන්නෝ විප්පසීදති අසම්මුල්ලෝ කාලං කරෝති උත්තරින් අප්පටිවිජ්ජන්තෝ බ්‍රහ්මලෝකෝ පගෝති මෙත්තාය භික්ඛවේ චේතෝ විමුක්තියා ආසේවිතාය භාවිතාය කතාය බහුලී කතාය යානි කතාය වත්තු කතාය අනුත්තිතාය
පරිචිතාය සුසමාරද්ධාය
ඉමේ ඒකාදසානි සංසා පාටිකංකාති ඉදමවෝච භගවා අත්තමනාතේ බික්කු භගවතෝ භාසිතං අභිනන්දුන්ති තේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං විරූපක්කේහි මේ මෙත්තං මෙත්තං ඒරාපතේහි මේ චබ්භ්‍යාපුත්තේහි මේ මෙත්තං මෙත්තං කන්නා ගෝතමකේහිච අපාදකේහි මේ මෙත්තං මෙත්තං දිපාදකේහි මේ චතුප්පදේහි මේ මෙත්තං මෙත්තං බහුප්පදේහි මේ මාමං අපාදකෝ හිංසි මාමං හිංසි දිපාදකෝ මාමං චතුප්පදෝ හිංසි මාමං හිංසි බහුප්පදෝ සබ්බේ සත්තා සබ්බේ පානා සබ්බේ භූතාච කේවලා සබ්බේ භද්‍රානි පස්සන්තු මා කංචි පාපමාගමා අප්පමානෝ බුද්ධෝ අප්පමානෝ ධම්මෝ අප්පමානෝ සංඝෝ පමාන වන්තානි සිරින් සපානි අයිවිච්චිකා සතපදි උන්නානාභි සරභූමුසිකා කතාමේ රක්කා කතාමේ පරිත්තා පටික්කමන්තු භූතානි සෝහන් නමෝ භගවතු නමෝ සත්තන්නං සම්මා සම්බුද්ධානන්ති තේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන භයාවුපසමෙන්තු තේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන භයාවුපගමෙන්තු තේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන භයාවුපසමෙන්තු මහාකාරුණිකෝ නාතෝ හිතාය සබ්බ පානිනං පුරෙත්වා පාරමී සබ්බා පත්තෝ සම්බෝධි මුත්තමං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං ජයන්තෝ බෝධියා මූලේ සක්ඛ්‍යානං නන්දි වද්දනෝ ඒවන්තුයි ජයෝතු ජයස්සු ජය මංගලං සක්කත්වා බුද්ධ රතනං ඕසදං උත්තමං වරං හිතන් දේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධ තේජේන සොත්තිනානස්සන්තු පද්දවා සබ්බේ දුක්ඛා උපසමෙන්තු තේ සක්කත්වා ධම්ම රතනං ඕසදං උත්තමං වරම් පරිලාපසමනං ධම්ම තේජේන සොත්තිනානස්සන්තු පද්දවා සබ්බේ භයාඋපසමෙන්තු තේ සක්කත්වා සංඝ රතනං ඕසදං උත්තමං වරං ආහුනේයං පාහුනේයං සංඝ තේජේන සොත්තිනානස්සන්තු පද්දවා සබ්බේ රෝගා උපසමෙන්තු තේ යංකින්චි රතනං ලෝකේ විජ්ජති විවිධා පුතු රතනං බුද්ධ සමන්නත්ති තස්මා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ යංකින්චි රතනං ලෝකේ විජ්ජති විවිධා පුතු රතනං ධම්ම සමන්නත්ති තස්මා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ යංකින්චි රතනං ලෝකේ විජ්ජති විවිධා පුතු රතනං සංඝ සමන්නත්ති තස්මා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං බුද්ධෝ මේ සරණං වරං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං ධම්මෝ මේ සරණං වරං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං සංඝෝ මේ සරණං වරං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං සබ්බීතියෝ විවජ්ජන්තු සබ්බ රෝගෝ විනස්සතු මාතේ භවත්වන්තරායෝ සුඛී දීඝායුකෝ භව භවතු සබ්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සබ්බ දේවතා සබ්බ බුද්ධානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සබ්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සබ්බ දේවතා සබ්බ ධම්මානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සබ්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සබ්බ දේවතා සබ්බ සංඝානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ නක්ඛත් යක්ඛ භූතානං පාපග්ගහ නිවාරණ පරිත්තස්සානුභාවේන හන්තු තේ සංඋපද්දවේ සබ්බේ බුද්ධා බලප්පත්තා පච්චේකානං ච යං බලං අරහන්තානං ච තේජේන රක්ඛං බන්ධාමි සබ්බසෝ අභිවාදන සීලෙස්ස නිච්ඡං වද්දා පචායිනෝ චත්තාරෝ ධම්මා වඩ්ඩන්ති ආයුවන්නෝ සුඛං බලං ආයුරාරෝග්‍ය සම්පatti සග්ග සම්පatti මේවච අතෝ නිබ්බාන සම්පatti හිමිනාතේ සමිජ්ජතු ආකාසට්ටා ච බුම්මට්ටා දේවානාගා මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරං රක්ඛන්තු ලෝක සාසනං ආකාසට්ටා ච බුම්මට්ටා දේවානාගා මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරං රක්ඛන්තු දේශනං ආකාසට්ටා ච බුම්මට්ටා දේවානාගා මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරං රක්ඛන්තු ත්වං සදා දේවෝ වස්සතු කාලේන සස්ස සම්පatti හේතු ච පීතෝ භවතු ලෝකෝ ච රාජා භවතු ධම්මිකෝ. Since this morning all of you observe 8 precepts and 10 precepts and made offerings to the Buddha several times in the day, and you listen to several Dhamma talks and you participate in the Dhamma discussion, you listen and recited parittas. By doing so and practice meditation even for a short time, by doing so you generated so much merit for yourself. Now this is the time to share that merit with your family members and relatives and friends, those who are still alive and those who are already gone to the other part of the world. And let us think of all of them and all the other relatives and friends who are living in different parts of the world who might be having worries about coronavirus and the danger of all that. And maybe some of those friends of ours and relatives of ours also have affected by the COVID and got very sick also, and we want to share merit with them for their recovery and all that. And with all these things, thoughts in our mind, let us recite the Gatha to share our merit with all beings, including our family members and relatives and friends, by reciting Idam me nyati nanghoto. Idam me nyati nanghoto sukita hontu nyatayo. Idam me nyati nanghoto sukita hontu nyatayo. Idam me nyati nanghoto sukita hontu nyatayo. Let us share the merit with all the devas, those who are very powerful devas like Sri Vishnu, Sumanasaman, and Kataragama, and all these devas, plus all the other devas who are protecting our local temples like our temple here. And may all those devas, plus all your personal protective devas, also be able to receive the merit that you have been generating all through the day. And by receiving, may they be able to increase their divine powers, and in return, may they bring additional protection and support to our lives, and protect our children and their well-being. With these thoughts in our mind, let us recite the Gatha Akasatta together. Akasatta ca bummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu loka sasanang. Akasatta ca bummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu desanang. Akasatta ca bummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu no sada. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Our next full moon retreat in February is on the 28th. That is also Sunday, perhaps the last Sunday of the month. And please prepare yourself to observe five precepts and other things. The whole day is sponsored by Tejani and Vinay Rajapaksa and family, to bring good health and prosperity for their family members, and also to transfer merit to their deceased relatives and friends. And that will be on the 29th and no, 28th of Sunday, February. And so today's ceremony is over and our retreat is over. Hopefully you be able to get something out of the retreat, and if so, please call your friends and ask them to join. And we have two Dhamma talks and one Dhamma discussion, which would be very helpful to anyone and everyone. And get your children to sit with you even for a short time here and there. That way they become used to something like this, and they understand the value of sitting quietly, listening to, participating in this type of activities, which is very important for the children. And thank you very much for attending, and may you all be happy and well. Wish you perfect health and a lot of good luck for everyone, and see you on the 28th of February. Thank you. Comment.